Welcome to your sacred awakening practice. We'll begin in a comfortable seat with the eyes closed. Let your hands rest on your knees. The hips soften as you lengthen through the spine. Feel energy rise up through the crown of your head as you awaken to this moment and this practice. Now take a few deep cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allow this to be an energetic clearing, letting go of what no longer serves as we create space for inspiration. Now seal your lips and continue to breathe in and out through your nose for your Ujjayi breathing. This breath activates Prana in our body, the vital force of light and energy that flows through us. And sweep the arms wide and overhead, the palms pressed together. Draw them to the heart space for Anjali Mudra. Let's sing the sound of Om, the sound of the universe that reminds us we are all connected, we are all one. Inhale. Om Namah Shakti Shivaya. I honor the balance within. And release the hands, fingertips to the earth. Begin to roll your head out side to side, gently awakening the neck, the throat chakra, allowing our awareness to trickle down into our bodies as we move into a deeper, more embodied state for this practice. And find stillness. Bring your fingertips to your shoulders, the elbows are wide, and begin to twist side to side, side to side. Your hips are grounded into the earth, and you feel energy rising up through the spine as we tap into the divine forces that reside within. Shakti Shiva, Shakti Shiva, Shakti Shiva. Continue this movement. And reach the hands overhead. Draw them to the heart space for Anjali Mudra for a moment of breath and reflection on the energy that you have cultivated. And bring your hands to your knees for seated cat-cow. On the inhale breath, you pull the heart forward, gaze up. On the exhale, you round your spine, chin to chest. And continue this breath to movement flow as we gently awaken the spine. And now begin to spiral the chest, making big circles with your heart, feeling this energy cultivate around the ribs and the heart space. And make your circles even bigger, exaggerating this movement. Feeling the hips begin to awaken as we stir energy, this beautiful prana. Begin to invite this movement into your head, letting your head sway. Just big circles here, getting lost in the beautiful energy of the spiral, the cosmic dance. And find stillness again. Reaching your hands up and over your head, draw them back to the heart space. And take a few breaths here, just experiencing this beautiful energy that you've stirred up. Feel it in your heart space. Feel the intuitive flow of prana. And let your hands rest by your sides. On your inhale breath, send the left arm high, side bend over to the right. Inhale, rise back up through center. Exhale, side bend to the left. And continue this flow, breath to movement. Feel the heart space expand as you breathe. Your awareness of the energy not only within you but also around you expands as you move. Beautiful. Reach the hands back overhead and again to the heart space. Pause for a breath here. And now set your hands behind you, fingers point forward, lift the chest. Option to lift your hips. We'll take 3 lion's breath. Inhale through the nose, big exhale. Take 2 more like this. And release. Roll onto your hands and knees for tabletop. Begin to move through your cat-cow flow here again, inviting organic movement into the spine. Start to look over one shoulder and then the other, making a C curve, side to side. Look over the right shoulder, look over the left. And then start to make big circles with your hips, as if you're drawing a circle on the earth with your heart. Feel the movement in your hips, in your knees, your shoulders, and your wrists. Big circles, breath to movement. Take it in the other direction, big circles. Ujjayi breath. And now sit back into your child's pose. The big toes touch. Your hips are soft, hands reaching out in front of you. Take a few breaths here, nourishing, feeling held by the earth. Now on your inhale breath, press through your hands, pull the heart forward, lower your hips, scorpion, toes reach for your head. Exhale, press back to child's pose. Again, inhale, pull the heart forward, gaze up. Exhale, child's pose. And continue this flow, breath to movement, as we move more deeply into the hip complex, into the emotional body. And press back into your child's pose. Take a few breaths here, resting. And press up. Bring the knees and the feet together. Tuck the toes under as we sit up into our toe torture posture. We'll practice our Kapalabhati breath here, a cleansing and purifying pranayama. The lips are sealed and you're taking quick exhales through the nose. Continue this breath, snapping the diaphragm in with each exhale, really focusing on the breath, on the exhale as we release toxins from the body, as we purge low vibrational energy. And relax. Bring the hands to heart center. Interlace the fingers. Press the palms forward. Take a breath. And shake out the hands. Bring your hands to the earth. Untuck your toes. Tap out your feet on the ground, releasing that energy. Now walk the hands forward. Tuck your toes. Send the hips high for downward facing dog. Take a deep, beautiful breath here as you feel the body become fully alive. Start to roll out the feet, lifting the heels and pressing them back down. And then bring this energy even further, rolling forward into your plank pose and then back to your downward facing dog. Continue this a few times, breath to movement. And then maybe you take it even further and you start to roll so far forward that you come into an upward facing dog. Press through the hands, lifting the chest, and then slowly pressing back to downward facing dog. Rolling forward on the inhale to upward facing dog, and then pressing back on the exhale. Continue this. Now from downward facing dog, send the right leg high, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, roll forward. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale, send the leg high. Exhale, step it to the top of your mat. Bring the back knee down for crescent lunge. Hands reach up and over your head, then bring them to your heart center. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, back bend, cactus the elbows. Again, inhale, reach high. Exhale, cactus the elbows. One more time here. And then reach the arms high, and then bring them to the floor on your exhale. Now shift your hips back, straightening your right leg for half splits. Inhale, you rock forward into the lunge. Exhale, you shift the hips back. And continue this movement forward and back as we open the hamstrings. Now pause with the legs straight, forward fold and breathe. And release, bend your knee. Hands are inside the foot for lizard lunge. Take a few breaths here. Option to bring your right hand to the inside of your thigh for a little bit of a twist. Or you can even reach the hand back and behind you, grabbing the outer edge of your foot for a few breaths. And gently release, both hands back to the earth. Tuck your toes to press back to your downward facing dog. Other side, send the left leg high, inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, send the leg high. Exhale, knee to chest. Again, inhale, send the leg high, and then step it forward for your low lunge. Your hands reach up and over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then reach the arms high. Inhale, exhale, back bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, back bend. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back bend. And send the arms high. Set them down on the earth, framing your foot. And then straighten the legs, shifting your hips back. Inhale, shift forward, and exhale back. Continue this breath to movement. Now pause in your half splits, forward folding over your left leg, and breathe here. And now bend the knee, shifting forward into your lizard lunge. Your left foot is wide on the mat. Pull the heart forward and breathe here. Option to bring your left hand inside the knee, pressing it away for a deeper stretch. Or you can bend the back leg, reaching back with your left hand, grab the foot for a deeper psoas stretch, and breathe here. And gently release the foot, both hands back to the earth. Press back into your downward facing dog, hips high. And send the right leg high for pigeon pose. Pull the knee forward. Press through your hands, lifting your chest, and look over the right shoulder for a breath. And look forward again, fingertips to the earth for rolling pigeon. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, roll the spine down, forehead to the earth. Continue this movement, rolling the spine, connecting to your breath. And then settle down into your pigeon pose. Find somewhere to rest your head and breathe. And press yourself back up. Tuck the back toes. Send your right leg high. Bend the knees, stack open the hip. Option to flip over into your wild thing. Take a breath. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Pull the knee forward for your pigeon pose. Press through your hands. Settle into the hips. Look over your left shoulder. Take a deep breath here. And gaze forward again. Fingertips to the earth. On the inhale breath, you lengthen your spine. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, roll forward. And continue this a few times, breath to movement. Feeling the energy of this movement, of this natural rhythm. And settle down onto the earth for your pigeon pose, taking a few breaths here. And begin to press yourself back up, tuck the back toes, send your left leg high, three-legged dog, bend the knees, stack open the hip. Option to flip into your wild thing, take a deep breath here. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. And just take a step forward, lowering down into a seat. Bring the feet together, knees wide. Hands at heart center for our Baddha Konasana. Breathe into the pelvic floor and into the hips here. Begin to roll out the wrists, keeping the hands connected. We want to keep energy flowing through the hands and the wrists. Start to make these circles bigger. Even bringing movement into the elbows, big circles at the elbows. We're opening up this line of energy from the heart space out through the hands, through the palms, where we offer love and creative expression into the world. And even make a few big circles with the arms, like you're just swimming through this beautiful ocean of energy all around you. And now reach the arms as high as they'll go, and then walk the hands forward into a forward fold, into a moment of sweet surrender, breathing and accepting the gifts of this practice. And rise back up. Send the legs wide. Your feet are flexed. Lengthen up through the spine, find an inhale breath, and then walk the hands forward. Again, breathing, surrendering, and accepting the beautiful gifts of this practice. And slowly rise back up, send the arms wide, and then tap opposite hand to opposite foot. Side to side here a few times, opening the hamstrings, feeling those side bodies light up. And reach the hands back up and overhead and send them by your sides. We're going to slide the right arm down the inside of the leg for a nice side bend stretch. Breathe here as we deepen the stretch into our hamstring. And then rise back up, both hands to the earth. Frame the right leg with your hands and then forward fold over that leg again. Maybe your left hand reaches across the leg and grabs the outer edge of your foot, and breathe. And begin to rise back up. We're going to slide down the left leg, right arm reaches up and overhead again. Nice deep hamstring stretch in the left leg. And rise back up, hands frame the left leg this time. Again, forward fold, heart over the thigh. Your right hand can reach across the leg and grab the outer edge of your foot. And breathe here. And rise back up through center, grab the knees, pull them to your chest. We're going to lower down onto our backs. Prepare for your bridge pose here. Pull the heels toward your hands. And on your inhale breath, lift the hips. Take a nice deep breath. And then start to lift and lower the hips at a steady pace, feeling the thighs and the calves turn on as we really light up the legs. And now keep the hips lifted and begin to pulse the hips as high as they'll stay. Tiny pulses, really feeling all those little muscles in the hip complex and the legs really light up. Continue to breathe, just a few more. And lift the heels, slowly roll the spine down. Let the knees go wide, feet together. Reach your hands over your head and grab your elbows. Take a few breaths here in your Supta Baddha Konasana, embodying the beautiful essence of the lotus flower. Now keep your hands overhead, but bring the knees back together, feet as wide as the mat. Begin to wash the knees side to side, loosening up the hip complex, the hip flexors, and the low back. And pull your knees to your chest, give them a little squeeze, and then send the legs straight up toward the sky. Your palms are out by your sides, pressing into the earth. And start to make little circles with the feet. Strong legs here. Use the core. And then start to make these circles so big that your hips begin to lift off the mat. Feel that core energy activate in your belly. 2 more big circles here. And now take your circles in the other direction, starting small. Keep your core nice and strong and begin to make those circles wider and wider, so much that your hips lift off the ground. Strong legs. 2 more, just like this. And rest. Bring your feet to the ground. Feel the length of your spine on the mat. You can send your hands overhead, or maybe one hand to your heart, the other to your belly. Take a few breaths here. Now pull your knees to your chest. Send your arms out into a T shape and let the legs fall over to the left for a twist. Your gaze is out to the right. Take a few breaths here as a final opportunity to release and let go of any energy that may still be stuck in the body or in your mind. Release any heaviness and tension. And release your twist back through center. Bring the knees over to the right, gaze left. Again, breathing along the length of your spine, releasing and letting go of whatever no longer serves, and creating space for the beautiful energy that you have cultivated through this practice today. And draw your knees back to center. Wrap your arms around your shins. Lift your chin up to your knees. Squeeze into a tiny, dense ball. Squeeze your face, your shoulders, your belly. Find an inhale breath. And exhale, relax and soften into your Shavasana. Send the arms and legs long. Palms roll open by your sides. Take a nice deep breath here as we soften into the beautiful energy of Shavasana. Allow your awareness to soften, your breath to soften, your body softens as we rest in this blissful state of samadhi in our Shavasana. And begin to deepen your breath, bringing your awareness back into your body. You can reach your hands over your head, pointing your toes. Take a nice stretch and roll on to either side, supporting your head with your arm. And pause for a moment here, honoring the cycle of samsara that continuously flows through each breath, through each practice. And press back up to a seat to where we began our practice. And we'll finish our sacred awakening practice today with the mantra Om Namah Shakti Shivaya. And take a deep inhale breath, bring the hands to heart center. Om Namah Shakti Shivaya. Om Namah Shakti Shivaya. Om Namah Shakti Shivaya. Om Namah Shakti Shivaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. And lift the hands up to your third eye, honoring the divine space within, the Shakti and the Shiva within me. Bow to all of the beautiful Shakti and Shiva energy that resides within you. Blessings and namaste. And as we return back to the present, to this world, we smile in gratitude for all of the beauty that fills our life.